Hello, my name is Ellison, and today I am sharing with you the only fall fragrance you need to add to your collection. It is $29, and it just encompasses, embodies, and embraces the entirety of fall. The moment I wore this fragrance, I literally opened it, spritzed it on my body, and said, oh, because it was that just fall. I mean, it was just so entirely fall. So stay tuned for my review, overview, and my thoughts on this fragrance. So the fragrance we are looking at today is the Dossier Perfumes Woody Chestnut Perfume, which is an impression of the Maison Margiela replica by the fireplace Eau de Toilette. Now, the Dossier perfume is an Eau de Parfum instead of a toilette, so it has a little bit of a higher concentration. So just putting that out there. Power. So for the notes, we have top notes of pink pepper, orange blossom, and cloves. For middle notes, we have chestnut, guaiac wood, cade wood. And then for base notes, we have vanilla, Peru balsam, and cedar wood. Opening it up right here. Oh my word. So this perfume really puts me in mind of you're sitting by the fire with a cashmere blanket. You're knitting something. You have to be knitting something. There is no other option. You might be watching a movie, but for sure you're knitting something. It just has this very woody chestnut, a woody, nutty fragrance, but I think that there's just this twist of sweetness to it. And I think that comes from both the vanilla and the orange blossom. I've talked about orange blossom before here on my channel and how it's like this floral note that leans more into this really sweet gourmand feeling. And I think that it's just the entirety of the note is very sweet while still having that floral essence. And this fragrance, I think it really pulls in a nice element of the orange blossom, but then it also has that undercurrent of vanilla, which brings in a very cozy vibe as well as a sweet, more gourmand vibe. Now, I know that I'm shooting this off to yet another kind of impression perfume, but this smells a lot like the Bath & Body Works, what was it called? Marshmallow Fireside, I think is what it was called. I know that it was super popular 1 or 2 years ago. I don't know if they still have it right now in stores and, available. But this reminds me a lot of that fragrance. So if you like that fragrance, then this, fireplaces, 100%. This embodies that feeling of a fireplace. So as far as wear time goes, so I wore this the other day, and I kid you not, it was full strength all day long. I think I sprayed it on at, about 8 a.m. and then I wore it throughout the day, and I could smell it up until about 7 p.m. when I was starting to wind down for the day. And so what is that? 11 hours that I could smell it on my body, and that was without reapplication. That was without, I did nothing to make this fragrance smell any stronger than it did when I sprayed it on initially, and I could smell myself all day. And I also, of course, implemented my perfume hack, which I created a video and I posted that last week. So if you are interested in learning about sort of how I make sure that my perfumes last really long, then make sure to check that out, because I swear by the method that I talk about in this video. I'll link it right here. So as far as sort of the different events that I would wear this to, because I think personally that every perfume sort of has an environment and an event, an occasion. It has a vibe about it. And I don't think that all perfumes are appropriate for all events. I think that there's definitely certain perfumes that it's oh yes, you wear that to that event, and you definitely do not wear it to this event. For me, I feel like this has sort of a woody depth to it and sort of that coziness to it that you could wear it to a nighttime occasion, right? I'm going out to dinner, or I'm going, I'm going on a date or something like that. I think that it definitely has to stay within fall, okay? I think that this is definitely a fall merging into winter fragrance. certainly not a spring-summer fragrance for me. Personally, it is way too fallish, way too I'm by the fireplace vibes. But I think that it can be worn for a nicer nighttime occasion. Now, a special occasion, or, I'm going to say like a black tie event, I would not wear this to a black tie event. I think that this is a little bit too casual for that. I would definitely wear this to, to work or something like that. I don't think it's too formal for a casual environment, like perhaps work, if you work in a really casual environment. And I would also I would wear this on a day-to-day basis. Let's just put it that way. I would wear this on a day-to-day basis, but I think that it can also be worn into a nighttime event, into an evening event that's a little bit stepped up a notch. Not special occasions though. Not black tie events. Do not wear this to black tie events. It is way too casual, way too, I'm just cozied up with my fuzzy socks kind of vibe. So, this fragrance on the Dossier website retails for $29. Now, compare that to the Maison, I'm really struggling with the pronunciation of this name, Maison Margiela. There we go, Maison Margiela. So compare that to the Maison Margiela's replica by the fireplace, which retails for $160. Okay, so $29 versus $160. This is, I feel like this is just an excellent option. Much more affordable, and I think it's perfect for any of those people that, you have in your life that they love the fall fragrances. Say you have somebody in your life that it's like, I have an October birthday, and I'm all about fall, and yada, yada, yada. Perfect. This is perfect. Overall, I think that this fragrance is just, like I said, it embodies fall, and it just makes you feel very cozy. It makes you want to just snuggle up, cozy up, and just have a really, just warm, okay? It's just this really warm, cozy feeling fragrance. And so if you are looking for a perfume that is a good quality, that's going to last for a really long time, last you all day long, and that really has that fall feeling, that fall vibe, just the really woody fall vibe, okay? This is not sweet. This is not a sweet perfume. I know that there's a lot of people that they do not really care for sweet perfumes. That's not me. I love sweet perfumes. But for those of you who don't really care for a sweet perfume, but you really want the warmth of fall, this is a great option. Also, if you're not really into the amber fragrances or the sandalwood fragrances, those really typical fall fragrances, this has absolutely none of that. Okay? It does not have amber and it does not have sandalwood. So if you really don't want to step into those fragrances and those notes, then this is a great option because it just feels like fall, but it also doesn't feel like you're picking a perfume from your mom's perfume, That is all I have for you today. If you are interested in getting your hands on the Dossier Perfumes Woody Chestnut fragrance, then I will link that down below so you can go and purchase that for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below to stay in the loop with my future uploads. Thank you so much once again for joining me today. I love you oh so very much, and until we meet again, so long.